PRX a little bit off guard with some of this. It's going to be PRX on the defender side, looking to maybe push out A.
In we go. They're looking to pressure him out. It's going to be the Ghost in hand, but Jing in range with the Frenzy will be able to take him down. Heels coming across. The rest of the team widely getting ready to push in towards B. Forsaken setting up a wall, trying to make this a little bit more unassailable, but just going to look to push ahead. Get through that one. Pressure on the elbow. Forsaken backing off. Crashing wave going forward, suspecting that they were going to be looking to flush him out of there. Team now arrives. CGRS going to be the last one on this rotation over. They get sent for second tag down quite very low. Still gets the dingo to Crashies. Setting up for potentially easier kills. Mindfreak will find Finesse. Pushing forward towards the defending side. Crashies cuts up, finds one. Jing from behind will get that kill. Victor will be good for another one, but hey, look, they can actually do it. PRX take their first pistol round here at the start of map number 3.
And better late than never here, as they do a good job finding that opening kill onto Artis. Caught a little bit off guard there is NRG. And then on the retake, some good flashes, some good damage done to get themselves in there and find that oh so important pistol round. And even though they lost both on Pearl, they're able to come through and still get it. So Devi gonna go with the Marshall. Been seeing a little bit of more sniper rifles from him. Forsaken with the Judge.
Oh,
looks like he's gonna be posted up in U-Haul.
Swapping it over, goes for the Spectre at least for now, and looks like that is gonna be the commit at the end.
All right, fine. I was hoping for it.
Oh, Marshall from Devi completely whiffs, splits the difference between two players. Crashies follows up with a chest shot to go ahead and get the finishing blow. Flash now at the ready. CGRS trying to go for a little bit of timing there, but eats the full blind. There's the back off. Ping's coming down, and from here, I mean, NRG, they can play this just about however they want.
Oh,
just like that, actually saw him just taking the fight and taking CGRS's head off. And this is already pretty catastrophic. Rotation starting to come through. It's going to be Mindfreak left alone over on that A site, and should NRG decide to pivot through the teleporter, it's going to be a bit of a long run. As Jing going to be noted, and Som, oh, he's so distracted. Som just gets another one. 2 kills now with a Marshall. The plant getting ready to come in. Forsaken wanting to push, but his own wall kind of working against him in that regard. Mindfreak around the back will gain control of Hookah, finding a single kill. Still 4 more to be dealt with, however. Taking their time.
Jeez.
Got the smoke off. Som sending one, but Crashies is around the back. And it is going to be an eco win, taking the weapons right out of PRX's hands.
I mean, you have that good feeling of, hey, we got our first pistol win, and then right away, NRG just snatches it away from you, and Devi playing so wide out here and not able to hit the shot. And of course, you know that Headhunter is gonna be following now. Gotta be aware. There's gonna be a lot of long-range firepower on this round potentially for the side of NRG. And then they grab that Marshall, put it to great use. Jing tries to peek there off the back of some utility and gets punished for it. So some isolated plays here from PRX cost them. Forsaken gonna go ahead, snatch up an orb, get some showers control, get closer to that rendezvous. Stinger for Devi, a couple shorties in the back pocket. Already Crashies with the Seekers. He needs some bailout. Look at how cautious NRG is playing this round. We are so worried that PRX is gonna throw some curveballs at you. They're gonna try to get aggressive early in the round. Now they're
just backing away.
Yeah.
Takes a little bite there from the Trailblazer. Jing in the meantime, just hovering below Hookah, waiting for somebody to come leaping out of that one. Has that shorty in hand, but it looks like he might want to pivot around to the front. Try to use this poison orb and smokes against them. But unless they push into him, it's still going to be quite challenging. There's a flash. Now goes satcheling forward. Finesse eventually able to go ahead, track him down. Gets a headshot, does get chipped away. Yeah, down to 42 HP. As the nade goes out, blind comes across with CGRS and Mindfreak both going to be dealt with. Devi able to find one, goes into the smoke. Victor eventually flushes him out. Now it's all on Forsaken. Up over the top of the box goes Victor. Finds the kill as Energy will move up 2-1.
Jing just never ceases to surprise me. Just decides to try to go in there with the shorty. Double blast back in. See if he can just find a one and done.
One enemy remaining.
Not going to be the case. Good reactions again from NRG. A great blast back to get up on top of that box. Finish the job from Victor. It's great the other day on this race. Crashy's already 5-1. Having a phenomenal start here. Over to that Spectre now, though. 2 rifles, 2 Bulldogs for the side of NRG.
CGRS just rushing out. Won't be able to recover this Dizzy. Flushes them over towards Forsaken for now, but he's all on his lonesome here on this A site.
This is just kind of a little bit interesting from PRX. Like this full flood out of B site and leaving Forsaken on his own. Like if NRG just pulls the trigger there, they can just overwhelm him, but he's able to escape.
Now they have to give up Lamps control as well, so Victor can play in a forward position. Getting him out of here could prove to be difficult. Granted, the paint shells are available from Jing, and it looks like after they're satisfied with the rotates, NRG make the call. Finesse again, looking for a bit of a masterclass like we saw from them versus Liquid just yesterday on Split. All coming up. Spike planted on the opposite side of it though, and Artist still hovering nearby. Gets the headshot. CGRS going to be taken down as Crashy stays tucked away in the back of sight. Takes advantage of the vulnerable out on a Jing. Forsaken, however, finds 2 quick kills. Finds himself a 3rd. Now the Reckoning available, and he's going to invest that immediately. A little bit of obfuscation, but there is going to be the ultimate. Orbital strike sent down. Forsaken trying to challenge. Finds the 4th kill. Now on for the ace. This Artist left standing, and Forsaken in round 3 on map number 2. Now in round 4 here on Bind. He gets himself a 2nd ace in the series.
How does he keep doing it? He's just unbelievable. And NRG, I thought, had this round in the bag. They leave Artist behind. CGRS was over at the B-side teleporter. As soon as NRG went through the A teleporter, he went through the other side, but it's accounted for. And Artist is just waiting for it. And then they've got the site, they've got the plant down, and it looks golden. But no, Forsaken once again with the hero play for PRX. Just unreal, some of the rounds he's been able to string together here today. And that is a lifeline for PRX. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. Going to be getting the showstopper available for Jing. And immediately just peeling back, taking Shower's control on the other side of the map. So right now, PRX, full map control, doing a great job here. Keeping NRG pinned in and just rotating Jing over towards Lamps.
They tie it up, but they still a hell of a lot of work here for PRX if they want to find a foothold. Need a clean round, because even then, NRG still have cash to try to work through. Mind Freak thinking about going for this swing. Artist gonna get the adjustment. Oh, it's an instant snap!
Wow!
What a shutdown! And the quick TP at the ready, just in case there was a follow-up as well. And that is what Artist can deliver when he's on this chamber. Something that we haven't seen in quite some time, but frankly, one that people should be quite happy to see, just given the way, the level that he can play with this pick. Flashes out, and that's just tucked into the corner. This teleporter's still here as Artist goes on a bit of a scouting mission. Forsaken now at risk of being caught.
30 seconds left.
I don't think Forsaken has any idea.
He's starting to stare
he just
over.
turned.
He's worried about it. Obviously, he knew that Artist was there before. Does he note it now? No. Artist finds the perfect timing to strike right as the rotation was starting to come through. And speaking of rotations, NRG at it once again. Maximum use of these teleporters and finesse ready for CGRS as the door opens up. Allowing them to tie, but not allowing them to gain the lead. NRG putting their foot down as Jing has to drift away from the A site. They will go ahead and overtake them once more.
Yeah, just great stuff here from Artist. The patience there at Showers, kind of just knowing that PRX gets itchy and they want to come out, try to take some space off of all that time at the beginning of the round that they were given. And it's a good kind of exchange of utility over at Octagon where they wanted to use that Dizzy to get up and over towards the B teleporter and then follow it up again, kind of trying to combo with Devi here, RC, GRS, and him, and it worked yesterday. Today, NRG is very prepared for it. They use a snake bite and a flash of their own to make sure that PRX can't find any damage off of that combo. So they're really prepared for that. That's something that I'm definitely noticing that NRG is really read into, is this combo of Devi and CGRS. Just knowing that, yeah, okay, you teleported last round, we know. We're aware. So now you got to try to come up with some different looks here for PRX. Be a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more stable. Don't give up those free picks to Artis. That's absolutely a must-not, as he's only now 1 away from the tour de force, and as Devi just spins around the screen. The pinwheel of Devi.
For his sake, I hope that that's not him getting flushed down the drain.
Oof.
It's been a little bit rocky so far
Bro.
here, but an opportunity to try to find some stability.
A couple rifles, one of them in Jing's hand on the other side of Hookah there. Finesse now gonna line up the smoke fort in front of U-Haul. Okay.
Bot to check close, Artis clearing that, backing away. As the wall comes up, Forsaken and Mind Freak here on the site. Pop flash in towards Lamps. Finesse creeps forward. Forsaken very wisely is gonna be wary of this. Just keeping it noted. Poison Orb gonna get picked up, so we can go ahead and try to reposition that one. TP over Devi. Joins in on this side of the map, sends out the Seekers. Bite. Just about at Forsaken's feet, but it's not quite close enough. Devi wins out the fight, takes down Victor. Spike now gets planted. The rush with the classic. At least forces him off of it, but Sam still wins the fight. The kill not gonna be found. Man advantage here, very much so now for the side of NRG as Devi does get domed. Thrash gonna be committed and everything, and now it's just gonna be the full shift. Nearby, though, is Jing. Showstopper at the ready. Looking to catch one. Does find him. Spike now going to be dropped down onto the ground. Showstopper, and he's saying, you've got no time to work with. Sends out the Showstopper. Crashy's going to be dead. Cleans up Finesse. And the round victory is in the hands of Jing. A 4K to tie it up at 3-3.
It's just heroics for PRX, keeping him in this. And again, good things on both sides in the beginning of this round. I love the way that Devi uses the Seekers out of the teleporter to identify and isolate a pick.
Out of charges.
Out of showers.
Remaining.
He gets a huge kill. Mind Freak's hiding from the flashes, keeping himself obscured. But then NRG has a great response, getting some big kills of their own. And then a beautiful teleport. That should be round, you would think, if they can just deal with Jing. But he gets there just in time and plays it to perfection.
Well, for the first time in a very long time, we're going to be seeing that tour de force come through from Artis. See what he can get done. For now, just sat outside the teleporter on the A side of the map. Starting to see if there's going to be any Showers presence, but once again, it's just this Forsaken Mind Freak duo widely paying attention over here towards short. Dizzy up over the top, not going to spot anything. Free pickup for CGRS. There's a monstrous amount of ults available for the side of NRG.
Yeah, and this time they're playing a little bit further forward with Devi off the back of that Dizzy to see if they could get somebody to bite. Finesse wisely sitting back. Artis with that tour de force. Ooh.
Devi noted. Okay, Trailblazer will reveal just how close they are. The bite looking to force him back. Gets to read that Devi has swung out on the side. Has to pull away though. Molly at his feet. It's Jing thinking about pushing out. Gets the instant headshot. Victor dealt with. Does he find more? He's looking for it. The swing. Sam
30 seconds left.
answers right back to keep it evened up at 4-4.
Now you got to keep yourself away from this tour de force. Mind Freak sitting on his ult as well and just going to buy some time here off the back of these Seekers, knowing that they wanted to push. Cut them off momentarily. Oh.
Artis finding one. Spike, however, still down. Artis has to double back to try to grab it, and I don't think they're going to have the time. He makes his way into the cove, gets taken out, and Forsaken is good for another 3! As PRX will take the lead.
The delay here, the reaction from Mind Freak is so good, and then to just expect with the time that they have to come through, they have to push in, and he just comes in there. Yeah, he's traded, and then Forsaken using that cove so well.
Not only does it just get the delay, it destroys the two Seekers that were making their way out. So identifying the exact position of these PRX players on the site itself becomes that much more difficult. And Forsaken, rightfully so on his feet, with another monstrous round for himself. Will help force out this timeout that NRG wants to take. It's unsurprising. Coach Chet not wanting PRX to be able to really stretch this lead. Says, okay, they're 1 round up over us. Let's go ahead, pump the brakes, tie it up, and take it from there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been good stuff here. I mean, a couple of these rounds, sure, are in the backs of unbelievably stellar plays from the superstars of PRX, Jing and Forsaken. But that's PRX. That is what they do all the time. You have to expect it that they're going to have those rounds. You have to just roll with the punches, and NRG certainly can do that. Now you've got that pit for finesse. Try to find a way to use it. But again, another good thing there for PRX is they avoid any damage from that tour de force, a big time ultimate that doesn't find much value.
And just the one kill.
Yeah.
That's what they pick up. The pit's still available. Som with an orbital of his own, one orb away. Victor, the showstopper. Those could be paramount in NRG in this round. We'll see what Chet has prepped them for. As for now, maybe the double peek, but they're getting a read on this. They're just sending the Reckoning, but Devi dazed up. Showstopper to try to chase them down. Forsaken will manage to find Artis. The spot into the double kill. Just hugging each other into oblivion. Victor breaking open the round, and PRX wanted to push the pace, but this completely falls flat.
Spike planted.
And as I call it, the Mobius strip of PRX, the wild plays, the up and down swings of this team. It is a constant. Finesse takes a chunk of damage.
He's got the bite to delay. Mind Freak needs to be the one that's really start finding something, but Crashy's up on the box. It's completely unexpected for him. He will fall. Forsaken now just going to see if he can get anything. Try to build up for that next Reckoning, given the wasted commitment here in the round. Just completely avoided and piloted well from the side of NRG.
I've never seen anything quite like that. Just that Reckoning off the rip again, like you said, to try to deal with that showstopper.
I mean, they're trying to get a clutch.
Yes, exactly.
Outside of Hookah.
Right.
But the Reckoning only goes so far, and
yes.
Victor just plays right on the edge of it. And then from here, it's just sadness.
Well, I think you're hoping that you can win that initial trade off of kind of the early chaos there. Maybe catch them as they're coming out of market. Just NRG isn't, bamboozled at all. They're really steady.
It's one of those things where if it worked, we say, oh my God, what
Yes.
a brilliant play.
Exactly.
But because it doesn't, it looks a bit foolish. We'll see if they ever go for it again here in this map. But for now, tied up once more. Feeling a lot more like Pearl, where the teams were widely inseparable, just constantly pinging back and forth between one another.
They're completely ceding Hookah control here. And NRG is starting to work their way in. Gonna use that Trailblazer, push some space. The Mosh to try to keep him safe. The High Tide coming up as well. Flash to confirm the presence. But with that High Tide, he's giving PRX a little bit of time to shift Jing over here.
Flash and Garden not seeing too much there. Divine trying to counter spray through and tagged up Finesse initially, but then let's get worked lower and lower, down to 56 health for himself.
And immediately I start thinking, well, they might just TP here. With all that presence, there's at least 3 over here with the Boombot, with the Trailblazer, and with the Mosh Pit.
Time on their side, it's just going to be the sound cut. Start drifting over. Forsaken is playing up close, but looks like he's going to back away. He's playing around a tiny little gap that he had in that cascade. Looking for one. Oh, gets him. Confirms the spike presence as well. That looks for a little bit more. Can't quite adjust for Som. It's a little bit of damage down, but doesn't get the kill. HP bars, however, still quite low. Nade out. Som has to drop down off the box. The jump forward, Victor into the corner, wins it out versus the Mind. Mind Freak finally able to stabilize the aim, falls up for a second one. Artis swinging out, Mind Freak finds a third.
10 seconds left.
CGRS looking to push. Knows that he's around the corner, will be able to get Finesse, and PRX take that lead right back into their own hands.
I mean, just Forsaken, just the absolute confidence he has to step up into this is absolutely nuts. And then Mind Freak holding it down. Great transfer, great hold. Just using that smoke to allow Forsaken to find the first. The Cove comes up behind it. Able to step back and try to go for another. Yeah, it doesn't work for Forsaken, but it harasses NRG, and then CGRS able to win on the backside. That lurk accounted for by Finesse, but not able to be dealt with. Ooh.
Smoke down, Artis just trying to spray through. Not much damage found by either side. Meantime, the push up. Forsaken caught unawares. They're going to be as far forward. Now they have to go for this full rotate. Do they play a ring around the rosy once again? Opt for the teleporters. The side is empty. Looks like they're going to commit to the plant here. Also invest the pit. Golds at the ready. The nade not quite getting the bounce that it's looking for to get in onto the plant spot, but CJRS finding one. As Victor gets himself situated up on top here of the two. Finesse down low. A single bullet would finish him off and drop that pit. See if they're going to be able to find it. For now, the wingman coming out with the molly. It's perfectly timed. They can't get it to half. Time dwindling down. Finesse, however, needs to try to hightail it out, but he's going to get clipped up. Orbital strike finishes them off, and a double orbital strike from Sam. Answers back, and now it's all on Mindfreak. Once more, the headshot. Noting his position, but he's running out of time. Sam continuing the jiggle. Mindfreak having to push it. 5 bullets. The time taken out. A 4K from Mindfreak with a round victory. Goes to NRG. And we are tied up at 5-5.
Oh, that round is played so beautifully by Sam. The reaction to that wingman, instantly the molly is out to make sure that it's not a problem. And yeah, sure, okay, Mindfreak's got his ult, well, so do I. And I can just shut this down. The layers here, able to survive behind those smokes in the garden. And yeah, Mindfreak coming up big with some kills, but the time dwindled, not able to get it done.
Mindfreak very much coming alive. Not that he was asleep in the first 2 maps, but didn't see as much impact. You know, as crazy a plays that we know that he can pull off. He's starting to see it, but it's just not good enough to get them across the finish line there. So 5-5 inseparable could very well end up being a 6-6 half. Just maintain that ambiguity as far as who the hell is going to win this map.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine at this point. Could have convinced me either way. CGRS is so far forward here towards market.
Needs to play up close. He's got that stinger in hand. No one else is splitting with Artis, so there's not going to be an immediate reaction, but it looks like he is going to be suspecting this, but he's not prepared to win out of the fight. Devi as well, finding some. CGR is going to be taken out, though. They managed to trade this one back. A 3v3, the Seekers sent out by Crashies, just trying to spot them out. The rotation still going to be coming through as Forsaken and Mindfreak look to reinforce this B side. Jing into the corner, tagged low, jumps away. Vanessa exits out, and Hookup, Forsaken arrives just in time to get the covering fire. Shows up and trying to clear close. Victor going to be good for 1. Forsaken strikes him down, and suddenly it's Crashies versus Forsaken. 57 health remaining. Forsaken is playing this one out slowly. Crashies trying to hold the ankle, and Forsaken swings right into him. Just a lack of patience. Not opting to wait for the tap on the spike. He goes for the challenge and pays the iron price. Energy, they lock in 6 for the half.
This is a wild round here. Kind of individual pushes around the edges of the B site. Net a kill apiece.
30 seconds
Thank
left.
God for Crashies here. Great job holding that down for the side of NRG. Clutch as always for the NA squad. And this is just wild and all over the place. I don't know how Jing got that 1 kill. He just is magic sometimes. Now, Devi. Thrash, you got the Reckoning, you got the Seekers. A lot of big ults here for PRX to push this to 6-6. Victor only 1 away from a showstopper, though. He's kind of looking to see if, with him having the spike, gonna try to get him into a position to get that down. But Forsaken already queuing up this Reckoning, expecting this push, and Jing's got 1.
He does, but he gets traded back. Artis finding the kill. It's Forsaken just grabbing up that Vandal, Reckoning at the ready. He's gonna invest it now. Looking for the stuns. Sam jumping to the side, manages to avoid it. Mindfreak taking so much damage there. Down to 37. Thrash at the ready. Double TP gonna be used. Pulls it back to be able to get the quick recovery on the ult. But Artis and Finesse, they stay sat here. But it seems like PRX are not biting on the bait. That Dizzy goes out, gets a confirm 1-1, has to be destroyed. Gets picked up. Seekers now as well, very much telling the story. CJRS with the recovered ult. Doesn't get much. They clear it out very swiftly. Forsaken, first of all, the daze comes through. Clear out on that boom bot. CJRS has to back away. Artis pushing up, finds the 1, Sam into the corner. Still gonna be good for it now with a showstopper. They know exactly where Devi is gonna be coming from. The rocket should be able to take him down. Does he note the cross, however? He does, but Devi avoids the damage. Swapping up the weapons. Finds the Vandal. Trailblazer. Try to guide his way forward. Sees one, flash goes Victor's way. Does he have a read on Finesse? 8 bullets remaining to try to clutch this one out. The push coming in behind Victor. Yep, the silent killer. Gets in, gets on top of him. And it's 7-5, NRG in the lead.
Switching sides.
As we get ready to swap sides and see the attack from PRX.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so impressed with the way that NRG handles the pressure from PRX. You know, they're always throwing weird stuff at you, but they are layered. They are ready for these kind of, you know, it seems like sometimes once PRX gets one kill, they're immediately hunting for another, immediately looking to try to string those into these multi-kills, and a lot of times NRG's holding the line.
It's been neck and neck the whole way throughout. It's hard to say who's gonna take this one, but let's get the thoughts from the desk.
Honestly, it could not be closer than this. We were kind of talking about the comp change from NRG here, Mel, but I just want to remind everyone that this was the bind comp that they ran when they had the 15-2 bind win streak back in 2022, so you can see how reliable it is for them.
It's a bit of a throwback, and it's interesting because it allows the Viper util to be moved in different locations. If they can trust an artist to lurk up short for the Viper, then we can see that Viper smoke being used more towards long B. And it's kind of crazy you say 7-5 because I saw so many heroics. I thought it was going to be that PRX won that half.
Yeah, exactly, and it was time and time again what you mentioned in the heroics, the individuals having some solo plays, them turning around a 4v2, and actually NRG running out of time in many occasions. Those late round calls, it's not even mid, it's late round calls of like, okay, let's make this last decision. And it was actually the timeout from Chet that came right off the bat of like, I believe 2 or 3 rounds in a row doing the same, being like, hey guys, honestly, just run onto them, just duel them, and it will be better.
Yeah, so what are we expecting from the Chamber, Mel, on the defense side of NRG?
I think they really want to condition this early op presence that's consistent versus the Sage. The Sage is really strong as well on defense, but you don't get that consistent, really strong like an op that can take over. But if you put an artist on this op, maybe he can get through these double controller util, maybe he doesn't get scanned by the Gecko util.
He needs to be very sharp, he needs to be very smart into how he's going to use it, because as you're saying, there's a double controller on the other side with movable walls when we're talking about Forsaken and the Harbor, and also a double initiator. So it's not going to be easy for him, so he has to be very smart in the timings that he's using to really have impact in the game.
Well, this is such a close map, but let me remind you guys of the stakes once again. This is going to be deciding who will be advancing in that lower bracket to play EG for a spot in the grand finals of Masters Tokyo. Achilles and Paperthin, there's everything on the line here.
There absolutely is. NRG just 6 round wins away from locking in that NA rematch to try to make it into the grand final. And this is a team that has always made it into the top 3 ever since, you know, as far as Masters and Champions events are concerned, not since 2021. The first champs that we had, where they were eliminated then on the team Envious. The score has always been present. They've always at least earned that bronze medal.
You gotta use the Molly to stop the W King. Oh, never mind, they're just going.
Okay, Cove down. They're taking lead for 1, but it's gonna be he and Jing both taken down. NRG looking for another pistol round win to add to the scoreboard. CGRS finding 1, but then just gets overwhelmed. Mind Freak, the late lurk arriving. It's got that safe defuse spot coming through. The Classic is just not gonna be able to do enough to really dissuade it, to really stop it, so they will just go ahead and hold it down. Mind Freak looking to it, at the very least, maybe collect some additional orbs, but cannot finish off Victor. Takes him to 14. NRG, they start off the half with a solid pistol round win. And what, 5-1 in that regard across this series?
Yes, and that's a big problem for PRX. They really could have used another pistol here. I mean, yes, they've been able to recover before, but this is a moment where they needed, I think, try something a little bit more crafty. It's just a push right away. The Molly initially, you know, you just expect them to keep going, and they do. And everybody's there. It's just a firing line for the side of NRG. Now Artist with a Marshall taking space outside of B, but it's everybody out of hookah. Clear that rendezvous.
I mean, they're suspecting that they're going to be on the guard inside as well as elbow. Wall comes in, they're trying to block that one off. Forsaken now getting ready to swing it in front of it.
He's got to cover and make sure he does it.
Wingman gonna be planted. Jing goes up hyper aggressively towards their spawn. Does manage to find 1, but Crashies up there lap finds 1, but as he tries to throw the pop flash, Devi catches him swinging around the corner. It's be a massive response here from PRX. We'll lose out on 3 members, but they will go ahead and turn it right on its head. Flipping the script and picking up the win. Drop the pistol, win the follow-up.
And they pick up the Phantom. I mean, this is a huge win. Coming out here with a bit of an unexpected, I think, stinger round. That definitely caught NRG a little bit off guard. They just start pushing space. I mean, you see this time and time again with this PRX team. You saw it on Pearl, you saw it on Lotus. They W key, and sometimes you're ready for it, sometimes you're not. And this time around, just not quite ready for it was NRG, so really nice change of pace for PRX to just swing this map right back on its head.
Forsaken with the attack, Judge. All likelihood, very much going to see, the value of that one use if they can get into a post-plant position, but it's going to be a very similar wall, just looking to cut off that guard and access, but this time there's 2 players at backside. Nade's going to be let out here from Victor, looking for some damage, jump up over the top, Jig going to be taken down, and yes, CTRS, he does end up getting eliminated by that one. Forsaken, taking low with the Judge, helping to find the kill. 9 HP, picked up, Mind Freak, instantly finds Som. Now it's all on Artis. 5 Headhunter bullets to work with. Can he get anything done? The healing coming through. Devi gonna top him back up, but no, Mind Freak will just hold the hard angle. 2 members lost with a round victory found. PRX, 1 away from tying us up yet again.
Somehow able to stabilize on this site hit. It looked a bit rough off the rip. They lose a couple players, but then Forsaken just gets in there with that Judge. Laying the hammer down. Out go 2 players of NRG, and then the round's able to fall back into their hands. NRG going to dig into the well and go for the timeout to see if there's any water to get them into the matches this weekend. Certainly, anything's possible. I'm still no idea how to feel about who's going to take this.
I mean, it's very much up in the air. These guys have been back and forth this entire time, aside from Lotus, realistically, but, the way that we started going to that OT, a 15-13 scoreline for PRX to take it, could very well be in our futures here on Bind. This is the buy round coming through yet again after the side of NRG. So Chet burning the second timeout. PRX have not let loose one quite just yet. Alex still has both of those to use in this second half. We'll see if they come into play, but for NRG, there's very, very close to having some key ultimates online. In particular, Som, the Orbital Strike, Crashies, the Seekers. They can find some orbs here. This could be the thing that really turns the tide and allows them to further separate themselves from PRX.
Well, yeah, I would expect normally that there'd be some contention over the orbs here, but this is PRX, so I have no idea. This is just the way that they're set up on the map. They are absolutely nowhere near any of the orbs. They're also close to, everybody's close to these ults, and they're just kind of happy to just play in mid and try to go for, maybe a pick. It looks like they're just waiting to see if anybody's going to try to come out. But right now, it's just allowing all this map control to go over to NRG, and they're going to try this hit once again, the same thing.
Looks like just the attempt at the fake. It will draw the volley out from Som. The rest of the players, though, hovering over towards A. Finesse and Artis not really budging from showers, and that trademark is there to go ahead and confirm some presence. Now Smokes is going to be dropped in. Teleporter can be used, and there's no control of the shower side of the map for PRX, so they can't really stop them from going forward. Now Forsaken, over on the B site, all on his lonesome. Does he call for a pivot? No. The plant coming down out into the open. Interesting spot here from PRX. Thrash now at the ready. Sending it forward, but doesn't even get close and is completely unrecoverable. Mind Freak trying to hold forward. Forsaken going to be spotted, killed in the back end. Orbital Strike now invested. CJRS, Jing, both going to be taken out. Mind Freak with one of his own, has to send the ult, the swing out from Finesse on the flank. It's going to be Som who finds that kill. A bite down to the Vi's feet in a rough spot. Finesse will win it out. The timeout works a treat. NRG closing the round, now moving up to 9.
And I appreciate the fake attempt from PRX, but NRG again, stalwart in their defense, stalwart in their respect.
Just getting caught.
Yeah, and I am also a little bit confused again why PRX isn't maybe trying to, play a little bit more attention towards those orbs. That could, end up being a big part of the round. It wasn't super huge. It got the Seekers online for the side of NRG, but still. potentially maybe could have swung that round differently and not really being ready for that orbital strike inside of U-Haul.
Didn't have it until Forsaken died.
Yeah. Just seemed like that round kind of lacking a little bit of awareness of the ult situation for PRX hurt them.
They're going to be going for the same setup here. Cove spot. Whether that drops might be a whiff. Hard to see without seeing the wide angle of it. Victor going to be forced into the teleporter though by the paint shells, and Crashies caught with util in hand. For a second, it looked like he was going to be able to get out of there with his life. Jump up over the top. Sam going to be noted. Near the back of sight. Still though, does find Divide. Jing will eventually take him down. 4v3 as the wingman gets the plant. Finesse wrapping around into the back of Elbow.
Artists are on the other side from Fountain.
Showstopper at the ready. Jing gonna stave him off. Poombot has the call for that assisted clear. It's the wall, just wants to try to get the rocket through, but in the end, not gonna find too much, but it does buy some space. It buys some time, and Finesse bites the dust. Should be PRX once again, bringing it to within one. Artist gonna linger around for a little bit longer, finds Mind Freak. Do they continue to push into him? Looks like the answer is gonna be yes. Okay, they're starting to drift in his direction, but he's gonna pull back. They know that he's gonna be watching the teleporter, so no one wants to challenge him there. They need to hold on to these weapons, but PRX will fight back. This time not with a fake, but with the actual execute here on the B site.
Yeah, this is a good use of the Reckoning to really lock down that garden space, and they crunch at it. We've seen this attempted in a couple different spots on this map with the Reckoning where they want to crunch on top of it, and this time it finally does come through for them. Let's see if they're just gonna keep using that same sort of cut the B site in half with Forsaken's utility.
Right now it's looking like it. In all likelihood, it's going to be the wave coming through, try to block off the flash, perhaps? No, okay.
Well, he uses it in a couple different ways. One way that we've been seeing a lot here so far is he cuts it right down the middle. The other is that he isolates a player in elbow. He tries to just kind of take it from right to this door on the right to all the way to the elbow on the left.
Stun on the Crashies. Trying to back off, full flash now on a Victor as well. Ned gets sent forward, trying to hold them back. So far it's working well. Call might be coming through to try to make a retreat happen, but Finesse taken down just the back of sight. Mosh coming up with a kill. Heals being offered up by Crashies to Sam to try to get him back to 100. We'll be able to do so. It's 3 members from NRG situated here at the B site. Artist still waiting back in Link to see if this rotation comes through to A.
They're just going to try to brute force their way through.
Flashes in, Victor noted, taken out. Jing now up on top of the box, just trying to spot a pixel, trying to find a head. Will be able to do so, but it's going to be Sham who finds the headshot, but it's quickly traded back. Forsaken getting revenge here for his fallen comrade. Now Artis, the last one left standing, swinging out as Forsaken gets tucked away just outside the teleporter. Swings in, and he'll be good to win the fight. And we are tied up once again at 9-9.
Incredible stuff from PRX, just taking their time here to really make sure that they're watching for this lurk, being ready for it before they set up for this attack. And that it's just kind of the normal high tide. You don't see that all the time from Forsaken. He's got a lot of different high tides that he likes to utilize on this B site. This time they just go for the normal one, catch some flashes, get Jing in there, get some information. And Divide just looks like he's just another day at the PC Bong in Korea, man. Like, he just looks like he's having fun.
Artist situated forward. Headhunter around the corner, avoids the stun. He actually wants to jump back into this one, looks for the headshot, but CTRS actually draws his weapon back out a little bit too quickly. Swing out of the teleporter, and it's just absolutely stomped into the pavement there. As Victor can do nothing more than get a little bit of damage. The flawless round as PRX gain the lead once more. If we've learned anything from this, it's not going to be a lead for too much longer. It feels like they're just destined to trade blows back and forth.
I feel like we're due another overtime. This series has been too good. Absolutely would love to see it. But, I mean, now you've got a couple huge ultimates. You've got the Viper's Pit, you've got that orbital strike. The last time they were able to combo these very effectively for NRG, particularly Sam played that round extremely well. You have the op for Artis. So a lot of big tools here for NRG to get this back up. Meanwhile, PRX sitting on quite a lot of cash, so this round is oh so important for NRG.
Hit invested over towards Garden, but they are more than willing to try to just get themselves behind it and keep him zoned away from the site. Orbital strike does come through. It cuts off Defy as well as Mind Freak, but Ching is all the way into their spawn. Zom crash, he's taken out. Finesse stranded as the plant comes down back site. And this is completely and utterly out of their control.
They're leaving, they're done.
Yeah, they have to call for the save. They know that their economy is completely and utterly screwed if they die. As we'll take a look back here. Just, oh yeah, all right. He's in the corner. Ching's in the spawn.
Ching just literally just went right for the spawn and just kept going. There was no halting it. There was that high tide I was talking about to cut off elbow there to give them, or excuse me, cut down the middle to give them the space to just have to worry about whoever's in cubby or right behind the tube or maybe in tube.
Finesse slips away just before he would have been spotted there by Defy. Looks like that operator will crucially be held on to here by Artis, but it's PRX that do manage to stretch the lead. Already in double digits now, 11, 2 more to go, and they will be sending NRG home.
And there went those big ultimates. The Viper's Pit use completely just sidestepped by the side of PRX. Same with that orbital strike. Yeah.
And this needs to be a turning point for NRG. Need to bring it back, need to try to do something. You can't break the economy pretty much from here on out unless you start a very long streak and overtake them. So much money banked up by PRX.
Oh, look at their stack here at B. I mean, it's just been B over and over and over again for PRX. So now you're gonna try to just out-duel them.
Hidden, just trying to play safe, but the flash connects. He doesn't check back. Defy doesn't look for it. He's just so hungry for the kill. He ends up falling. Sam with a headshot now. Cuts off Jing. It's gonna be the Garden access taken away from them. CGRS as well, fallen. The spike now down on the ground. Mind Freak and Forsaken, the last two left standing. As Artis' participation, not necessary. They will find him in the smokes. And that just leaves Forsaken all on his lonesome. Grab it. I mean, notes the hefty presence here on B. Figures, you know what, maybe if I can kill the 1, maybe 2 guys that are over on the A site, I could have an opportunity.
Surely he can't do it again. Surely not. And this is kind of the...
Be something magical if he could, but there's a swing out. There's the op shot. Artis just holding the angle, staying put. Participation necessary at the end of it all, and NRG will also get themselves to double digits. That's one step. They do it cleanly as well. And it all comes down to that. Defy really just blood hungry, bloodthirsty, trying to get that stun player to get rid of Finesse. Victor just quietly sat in the corner. As soon as he regains his vision, it's all over.
No timeout from Coach Alex here. He's just going to try to trust his players. Let them, you know, they've been doing mostly a good job, but now they got to pivot away from B. Artis out here with that op on an aggressive angle.
Alex has turned off the targeting computer. Just let him fly blind. If this gets tied up, I do expect to see it again, but they are wary about this one. Yeah, Trailblazer will clear him off the position, forces that teleport back, so Rendezvous in the back of Lamps. That's gonna send Artis rotating eventually to try to get to Heaven. Looks like, yeah, that is gonna be the case. Boombot spots one on the backside, Sam gonna be noted. Wingman plant does come through. Holdless on either side. Crashies, however, first one to fall. The op not going to be able to see too much of anything. Jump around the corner. Sam with that shorty will find one, but then Forsaken counter swings to take him down. The bite into the corner, finding a lot of value, but CGRS still wins out on the fight. And suddenly it's just Victor and Artis left standing. No reason not to play for it. He'll have that tour de force at the end of this all, but Defy finds Victor. Forsaken takes him down, and PRX will take it all the way to match point.
Just a beautiful hold here from PRX. Able to just get into the space. It's given up by NRG. Jing comes around the corner right ahead of those Seekers. gets the kill and is able to get out. Forsaken, beautiful job being right there to trade off of his teammate. CGRS holding the line. Everybody coming up big there in that round for PRX. One more, and they will be seeing EG on Saturday in those lower bracket finals. Like you said, Artis now with the tour de force, but we're back over to B, surprise, surprise, for PRX.
Trailblazer out of long. Now into hookah, Poison Orb comes through, Finesse clears it rather quickly as Victor gets around the back, puts some damage down, but doesn't want to overstay his welcome. It's a little bit of damage and wisely just decides to back off. Knows that he's going to be outgunned. So for now, a bit of a stalemate here around the B site. But it looks like Crashy's maybe suspecting that this is going to result in a bit of a shift towards A, but as we can see, they're still looking to grab hookah for themselves. A little bit more damage out as Forsaken takes a bullet to the side of the box, down to 19 HP now. And that is what looks like it will force the pivot.
Yeah, this is good. You don't have that high tide yet. Back up for Forsaken, so wait a little bit for that to come into play.
Yep, they just cut noise. They pull back. Finesse gets himself into a cheeky position, though, just outside of the window. It's Victor. Okay. Spotting one. Rotations can now begin, it would seem, from the side of NRG. Finesse. Victor going to be blinded up. Finesse, however, still managing to find three as they drop in! Like flies into the spider web. Finesse strikes. He keeps their hopes alive here in the round. The teleporter going to be taken. Jing. Ooh. Swings back through. A 2v3. Does PRX try to stay in this?
And now
try to finish this.
Jing's got the showstopper now.
10 seconds
That
left.
he does, but 41 HP. It's such a small window. No margin for error. Is the trademark going to be cleared out? Might freak out into the open. Finds one. Looks for Artis. Puts him down to 27, but now it is all on Jing to be the finisher. Spots him. Cannot get the kill. Artis will put him down and keep NRG in this game. One more round to go for overtime.
Unbelievably smart play here from Finesse, as always. The big brain hiding himself in the corner and finds three for it.
I thought he had gotten blinded, but no. Avoids it and just drops out to kill off three. Absolutely gorgeous from Finesse where the team needed him the most. Artis as well. And that low HP, granted, yes, Jing is tagged up as well, but doesn't allow for him to isolate that 1v1 with that showstopper, because that could have just been it.
Yes, exactly. Now Victor one away from his showstopper. A couple big ones here. Mindfreak has his orbital strike behind this. PRX, Stim Beacon down. Victor grabbing the orb in showers. So far, just kind of taking their time, and they're going to use this.
Oh, Dueling's rockets coming through. Not finding anything, though, is Jing, but as he gets up on top of the box, still will find Victor, but it's going to be a massive trade-up. NRG starting things off with two, but now equalized. Devi catches some. The plant still not coming in. Artis, instantly headshot. Mindfreak finding it. Just two more left to go. He's playing anti-flash, and now it's on Finesse. The IGL, the captain, to try to take us in OT, but Devi says no! You shall not pass this point! PRX do the impossible! They eliminate NRG, a team that has not been outside of the top three at a Masters or Champions event since 2021. They stopped them dead in their tracks with 10 days of preparation and a substitute player. They are going the distance, and they are going to be challenging EG in the lower bracket final in 2 days' time.
I mean, this smoking hot